The U.S. housing resale number came out today, and as you can see from the immediate reaction, this is the euro dollar, that the U.S. dollar declined tremendously against the euro, and it sold off also against the British pound. That move to the upside, that is the selling off of the dollar or the buying back of the pound. But still, as you can see, even though the news was extremely bad, the pound is still about 150 pips below the structure point. This was the push up. But what's interesting is how that the dollar, even though as a reaction, as a knee-jerk reaction after the news, it has sold off, but yet it has respected the structural point. As you can see here, it is holding the 105.92 structure point. It's sitting at it. It has not yet declined any further. And if you look at the chart, for example, in the dollar CAD, you see that the major trend is well entrenched to the upside, and this is the reaction for the news that came out. And of course, just by looking at the charts, this might seem for the time being as a short-term correction in a big move to the upside. The dollar index has kind of reversed back a little bit, and it's still trading at 83.12. It is not yet a sell signal. In fact, that setup over here was initially a sell signal. We sold off, now we turned back in again. We're still now inside the prior days, so that we had an initial sell signal, and then we reversed, and now we have a buy signal that came in as a reaction to the bad news. So what seems to be happening now is that the immediate reaction, as I said, to the news was negative, so we had the selling that come into the dollar. But right now the US dollar now is beginning to stabilize, and we should be able to see that in the afternoon we might get a turnaround in the US dollar. Well, you see now the Canadian is beginning to sell off a little bit. Let's see, the one that we had really a major sell-off in was the dollar yen, and that was the currency that, as you can see, that the dollar is definitely in a major downtrend versus the yen. But right after the news, you can see now that the dollar is beginning to reverse. It's coming back above the market side, which indicates that at least we're getting some short covering or buying coming into the dollar.